What's up, guys? It's your boy. Um, Welcome back to the TTB stories. Um, it's me, Jacob. You know, the lovely founder and CEO of the Tablet Board, here with my lovely and beautiful co-host, DM Matt, aka Matt.
Mostly beautiful. Just mostly beautiful, if I'm being honest.
We're also very happy to have on the stream with us today. We have Mr. Wild.
Mm-hmm. We've got Wild here with us. Wild, you want to jump in and say hi?
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
There he is. Told you he's here.
And glad to be.
That's right. That's right. So it's been 2 weeks. What do we got new, Jacob? What do we got?
Um, we got a couple of things to talk about today about getting to know Wild as number one, just because Wild is a part of our server and community. He's been very active recently, and he's always been very pleasant, giving a helpful advice here and there with other people. It's always nice to have a good chat with him, and just getting to know him will be fun. I've always
Yeah.
had a pleasant conversation with the guy, and I can't wait to really get to know him.
hmm Yeah, and if you're kind of tracking who's been guests lately, we've had GM, contest winner, GM, and now we're looking for just people who are active in the server, because they're the people who can come give us some advice, how we can help change the server a little bit to help kind of fit everyone's needs and whatnot. So it's just good to have active people around that we can talk to. But yeah, uh, with that, we do have some questions for you, Wild. But you had something super interesting you were going to talk about before we went live. Do you want to explain where we just were?
Yeah, so for just the hang of it, uh, I've been creating this geek pantheon, a pop culture pantheon, but in my vision of it, I related it to like a tarot deck or the deck of many things or something like that. And so while it's far from complete, um, I've got a few that really, I think, really hit the mark, and most people agree with as far as being the one. And so we have the philosopher, Uncle Iroh.
Uncle Iroh, come on. That's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. Um, if you were thinking like the hero, the most heroic, I would have to say Zuko Midoriya.
Oh my god, I just threw up a little bit in my mouth. I'm sorry.
Dude, say what you will, okay, but in the very beginning of that show, the mightiest hero was going to hang it up and walk away, and he was supposed to be the ish of the ish. And this kid with no powers rushes in. Now, with that being said, I do want to give a shout out to Moomin Rider.
Uh-oh. I I got stumped. Who are someone explain who we're talking about for me.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
I've been outed.
Okay. Moomin Rider, I believe, is from One Punch Man.
Oh, okay.
He is. They have different tier levels of special powers and everything, and he's like one of the lowest rank. But where everybody else is like, "Oh, that's too powerful for me. I better stay back," and everything. This guy's on his bike pedaling towards the danger every single time.
He's
Like,
the Hydra Bob of One Punch Man. Oh no.
get
Basically,
that reference.
Hydra Bob is
I know who you're
Marvel.
talking about. Ryder. He's the guy that gets almost like one shotted by that fish man, right?
But
Yes, I believe so.
yeah. Okay, I think I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah,
He
he's one of the lowest ranked heroes because of his uselessness, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. He's not very powerful, but he always does what he thinks is the right thing. And so if you're talking about a hero, isn't that kind of the point?
Someone
So,
who's able to
but
see danger, fear danger, and still look past it to do what they got to do. Yeah.
yep.
All I heard when you said hero is like that song by Skillet.
Now, of course, if you're going to say the God of War, I can't think of anybody but Kratos.
Yeah, I mean,
We're,
it's in his title.
I can't even
Yeah.
go into mood. We're diving deep into copyright. We're diving.
Now, with that said, I heard they were going to do a live action, and they were casting, and I can't remember who they had casted. I seen the picture, but have you ever seen the voice actor that does the voice for Kratos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super famous guy.
He totally could just do the part himself, I think.
Yeah. 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 He's
Bro's
quite
like,
the
I am
opposing.
Kratos.
Yeah. He's a big dude.
Um,
Um, and then Death. I think the only other one that I can remember is who I liked for Death. And have you ever watched the the show Sandman?
I
the show
haven't.
Sandman. I think I have. Is it like a? It's It's live action, right?
Yeah, the lady who oh man, it's so crossover. How my mind works. The tall blonde chick that was in Game of Thrones.
Oh, Brienne of Tarth.
Okay. In this show, she plays Lucifer.
Ah,
Get
yes,
out.
I've seen this show. Yes,
Okay. So Death in that show,
that's sick.
Dream's sister. I love that representation because she's not good or evil or anything like that.
Um,
She's
so
just taking you to the other side.
shout out to the. Oh god, I feel worried saying this out loud. The Uncle Toucher 420.
Oh my gosh, what a name. What a name.
Opie. He says that Opie from Sons of Anarchy, is being cast for Kratos.
Ooh. Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Yes.
I love that.
What
That
an intense fucking tag, bro.
that's nailed. You know what? That's a killer name. Uh you know what? Nope. Never mind, I'll be done. Um
I need some more fucking plum wine for
uh
this.
so
You know, he
my
was in another show I really wanted to see too. They canceled it, The Outsiders. If you ever get the chance to check that out, it was
the
awesome.
the outsiders,
It's
huh?
not fun when the rabbit has the gun.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Have you guys ever read any Discworld?
No, but I have heard of it.
My
I have
favorite
heard of
version
it.
of Death is from Discworld because it's Death, but he also has this tiny mouse that shows up to also do the same thing he's doing. So Death like shows up because someone dies, right? And he's just like a super nonchalant, like really chill guy, and he goes, oh, "That's really unfortunate." And he goes, "Well, it's time to go, so we got to go." And then like it cuts away to a mouse, and a mouse is talking to this other mouse, and it's like squeak, 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 squeaky, squeak. It's like death mouse. It's so funny. Discworld is a riot. It's such clever writing.
My
Yep.
wife, in the background, like is whispering in bed, and she's like, "I think my favorite my best reference for, or the best personification for death would be, yeah. If we're talking about like the tarot card, it would be rebirth, and that would be Odysseus.
Ooh,
Okay.
nice.
Um,
Okay.
Also, Marvel's death is great because she's just a hot goth chick. You are right, Uncle Toucher. You're right.
Okay,
Wild.
my kids totally was arguing with me because they wanted the wolf from Puss in Boots, Death, to be Death. They thought he was pretty
Okay.
dang
I
intimidating.
Uh,
I thought he was pretty good. I
we're
thought
talking
he was
Yeah.
about
pretty good.
death, like the personification of death, like genuine, not the tarot card. but I'm just so excited.
Yeah.
I
Not gonna
mean,
lie, we had that shit on.
here's the other thing though, Jacob. You haven't met my homebrew death that I always do in all my games. You'll have to wait till you meet him.
Well, you met mine.
Uh-huh.
You met my version, Rolo, or Rolo's
Yep.
God,
Yep.
the
I've
Western version of death.
love it.
Oh God! If for those who don't remember, or those who don't catch up with us on every other Thursday, we run a campaign, or at least Matt here runs a campaign for us, and one of our players, his character's name is Rolo, and his God. So his subclass is a homebrew subclass that we created here at the tavern board, um, and his patron, because he's a warlock, is this Aztec death god that has been westernized and is basically the god of death and getting high. And that's about it. That's about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. He steals vessels when they get high to talk to the character Rolo. So if he ever offers, someone a joint, they just fully get taken over by this death god. And he's like, "What are you doing?" Hey
Yeah,
man.
how you doing? You having fun in the world? You having
That's
fun
been
with
fun to
power?
play. It's been
No,
really
it's a
fun to
really
roleplay
cool
that.
when so this was a homebrew class subclass made by yours truly. Um, this was a character or at least the god was a character I created just because it was fun, easy. Like if shit was really not working out in the campaign, just like yes, this talking armadillo rolls out of nowhere, just starts talking to you, and this person it's actually this Aztec death god.
Hmm. Uh, I like it. I love it. Did you have more to your pantheon, or was that the end of it
Yes.
so far?
That's all I can remember right now. I've had a couple more sent to me. I keep having people send really good ones to send them to me so I can try to add them. And I have most of them written down somewhere.
Nice.
I have
So
no idea why I'm doing this, but hey.
Because it's a
so
great
I'm just
time.
gonna call you. I'm just gonna call this guy 420 real quick. 420. You are absolutely correct, but I like the Aztec version. It is as Western as it gets, but I like the idea that it's kept up with the times. So it's not just like this ancient Western death god. Now it's this death god that's wearing a hoodie and has a joint in his mouth, and he's just like, "What's up, bro?" It's just a modern god, exactly. Um, and you sound like a Wattpad writer with your unimaginable evil, super chill goth lady for death.
um, I feel like your pantheon needs best sidekick, best wingman, best dude next to you in the fight.
Okay.
Number one
Alfred.
wingman, Vegeta.
Damn, that's
I'd say
so
Alfred.
hard. Oh, and I mean, you can't go Robin because he goes through him like crazy.
Hold
Yeah,
on,
but
hold on,
that
hold
man would
on.
be
Is that
nothing
Boa?
without Alfred.
That's
Is that
fact.
hold on? Is that Boa talking to us?
Ain't no way you're Boa.
No, no, no. The motherfucker says the man who made the furry class. Just saying that has to be Boa.
We
That has
found
to
him.
be Boa.
He's been outed.
What was the furry?
Uh,
What was the furry class? He said I made a furry subclass or furry class. Maybe it was the Dragon Slayer class he's talking about.
there's no way of
Okay.
knowing for sure because I'm sure, Mister, if we can call you Mister Uncle Toucher, um, I'm sure he'll never let you know, and he'll just post where you work or something crazy like that. Don't do that, Uncle Toucher. Don't go nutso. Um, but yeah, sidekicks. There's a lot of good ones, and you could really break down what a sidekick is because that doesn't have to be comic book. I mean, I feel like you can dive pretty deep in mythology for that too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Um, what examples? Sidekicks can carry a story. That is very true. Um, what sidekick very much carried? I'm trying to think.
I mean, Dooku for a little bit, if you're going to consider him Sidious's
I
sidekick.
would I would not consider him a sidekick.
I think so. I think he
Bro,
got screwed over at the end too. Dooku almost bridged the gap between Jedi and Sith. He got too close.
No, I wouldn't say him as a sidekick. That was a pawn.
no, that was a straight up pawn. Yeah, I wouldn't call him
Yeah.
sidekick.
Mm.
If you're gonna say sidekick, I would say Anakin to Obi-Wan.
Yeah, that's a good.
Oh, that's a
You're
good
fucking
pick.
smart.
That's a
Why are
good
you fucking
pick.
sleeping? Wake the fuck up. Wake the.
The sleeping
Anakin and
wife.
Obi-Wan would be good, but that goes so much deeper though too.
And
Mm-hmm.
then if he's doing Terra Purge, it could be the lovers, because it's the lovers is not just man, woman, blah blah
Mhm.
blah. It's also kind of just like a person. It's a destiny.
Mhm. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, okay. I'll find a better sidekick combo. I can do this.
Manny?
But we do have some more generic D&D questions for you if we're out on your pantheon for now.
Okay. Sounds
Uh
good.
I hear you've got a decent well, first off, I need to know what the name is. I need to know what you've got two names up there and both of them are interesting.
Oh, Wild Side is what I usually go by.
Okay. Okay. And then Bentley Littlefoot.
That is the character I'm playing with Kerr right now.
Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. I like it.
I try I try to do stuff like that in character, but alas, I have too many characters and so not enough space for names.
Nice. Okay, I like it. Who is Littlefoot then?
Um, so again, this is probably just me and a weird thing that I do in addition to overactive imagination, I guess. But I played a character named Portia Littlefoot that was a halfling diviner. And she owned everything because her skills were high enough that even though she didn't have any levels in thievery, her skills were high enough that she was able to get a decent bonus on them anyways.
Okay.
And with the naturally lucky and all of that, uh, and the really incredible power of the diviner wizard, which is important. You get to roll 2 dice and save them for later, and basically substitute your dice for whatever dice somebody else rolled
Love
or
it.
that you rolled, as the case may be. And so, yeah, basically, she was just a powerhouse, and she went through the Rise of Tiamat. And so when I started the campaign again, I decided I wanted to do something a little bit different because she had a bunch of quirks about her, and I felt like, okay, this could have gone in a different direction. So what if I rebuilt her as something else and played her as her sister?
And
And
Bentley was
so I
born,
built
huh?
absolutely.
That's awesome.
And I actually have this storyline because if you look at everything in the Forgotten Realms, everything happens within a short amount of time, relatively,
Mm,
from Rise of Tiamat, Baldur's Gate, Storm King's Thunder. It's like they happen pretty much boom, 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 boom.
sure.
And in the final, they were really in the big finale for D&D, they were really pushing for uh, Vecna. So, what if using the same storyline for Vecna? What if all of these events ended up being set off by Vecna in order to carry out his grand scheme, all the little dominoes he's been
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
building up. And on top of that, have you ever noticed, with every new edition of D&D, it seems like lore gets changed just a little bit more?
Right.
Well, that's why Vecna's won every other time. So it
Oh,
gets reset and it
nice.
gets to play again. And so that makes everything that used to be valid just as valid in your games today. If you wanted to use more like the second edition books and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that,
Mm-hmm.
you could totally do that.
I like that idea. I like that theory of it's wrong, but it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
It's different, but it doesn't have to be. Yeah, that's awesome. Um, you said the magic word, and I found it so funny. Uh, I don't know if you guys are caught up on Stranger Things and whatnot. Obviously, no spoilers and whatnot. Uh, but obviously Vecna's the villain there, and so a bunch of D&D nerds are like, "Hey, well, he can just like change how you perceive the world," and so like that like sparked a bunch of like Stranger Things people who assumed that there was a hidden episode coming out, and it encapsulated my wife so much that at 7 o'clock on whatever day it was, she was like updating and refreshing Netflix over and over and over, and she had like a gang of people texting her like, "It's not here, it's not here," and they were trying to like reassure themselves it was coming out, and that's what that made me think of just now. In some sick twisted reality, there was a secretive final Stranger Things episode.
Yeah, I love the I love the chaos of the Forgotten Realm. The best part of the Forgotten Realms is you can look up for free online and get free lore like all day long.
Mm-hmm. Right. There's just so
Even
much
if you
there.
know. Yeah. And it's just a great tool, great setting that even if you don't know what's going on, the DM says a couple things and you can go and look it up and actually be like, "Oh, okay, so this is a thing."
Yeah. Yeah. Um, so it sounds like you go pretty far back. What was your first ever D&D experience?
Oh, so I was working in this bar. We have bar tavern, whatever. And I got a ride home from a buddy that I worked with, and we were talking and we were clicking, and he mentioned that he played D&D, and I was like, "Man, I've always wanted to play that. The only thing I know about that is the bullshit that I've heard about." Oh, excuse me. Um,
You're
the
you're good.
stuff that
You're good.
the stuff that I heard about demon worshiping and all of that. And he was like, "Oh, okay. Well, that's really not what it is." And I'm like, "Man, I'd really love to play it. It sounds like it's a hell of a lot better than Monopoly."
Hey,
And he's
hey,
like,
hey! Don't you
"Well,"
dare come after my man Monopoly.
so he's like, "Well, I got these books in the truck if you want." So I went in and I told my roommate, I'm like, "You're playing with us." And there was a little bit of pushback, but not much. And I had my very first game of Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Second Edition. I played a paladin who really did not know how to paladin very well.
It's just
Interesting.
just a little off on his paladining, huh?
Yeah, he made blood brothers with an evil person like right off
Oh
because he
yeah.
thought it was the right thing to do, and like he was just, yeah, and then he'd try to be smart instead of strong. And if you know about second edition, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. A fighter is a fighter is a fighter. for the most part.
Mhm.
A rogue is a rogue is a rogue. So I would try to do real smart things that was outside the box, and sometimes it was just better if I'd have just swung my sword type of thing.
Isn't it always? Isn't it always that fucking option?
How
Yeah.
how big
But
is
I
it? How
was a
far away is it? Can I stab it? Those are all the questions I need to know.
oh,
Exactly.
I remember lassoing the torch holder on the wall and trying to swing into a minotaur or something, just like crazy stuff.
I love it. Uh,
No, D&D.
if it ties into anything, I feel like you have a story for all these questions now, and I'm super excited. But you follow a trend at the tavern board, which is having an old man wizard writing some sort of book or tome. Where did your profile picture come from?
Um, so I've started trying to do okay, it started with the paid DM thing. I got all set up to be a paid DM, and there's quite a bit of competition there. It takes a lot of work to really get uh, to really get yourself marketed right and such. To do it
Oh
right,
yeah.
I don't know how else to say it. I respect everybody there. Like, there's a million and one DMs, and if you're not getting booked, there's probably a reason for it, you know?
Oh yeah, we could always, if you're also, not to like jump in the middle of this, if you ever are interested in thinking about, going back to that in the near future, let me know. That's kind of the original purpose of the tavern board. Um, I worked with a lot of good pro DMs for a long time, and oh no, well they're called GMs now thanks to Wizard of the Coast. But
We want our letters back.
yeah, but fucking if you're ever interested, let me know. I used to, so the reason why this all started was for one of the biggest premises that, hey, we can advertise for you and get you paid games.
Very cool. Because I mean, really, to be honest, that was my issue. Is I'm more into the creation aspect of it than I am the having to market myself aspect of it.
Oh
Right.
yeah,
Right.
I I actually have references. um,
Yeah,
they're advertising for pro GMs is pretty much, it's easier for me to find free to play, obviously. But when in doubt, I could find you players who are willing to pay for the premium status of playing a paid game. But that's in the future. That's like a future conversation for like,
yeah, yeah,
if when you're like, we'll sit down, we'll have a conversation kind of thing.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
I am so I still do the content creation type of thing. If I have a character in a game, basically what it is I write something from their point of view. I've had for my wizard, it was journal entries. She had I forget what it's called, but it's one of those magical books where you write in it and somebody with a book
Grimoires.
or yeah, I think so.
Nice.
So she used to write journal entries to her mentor. Um, I had another one that did I have a character that is a traveling basically he's a traveling inn host, and he would put up menus and do things on wild edibles that you could find out in nature.
Oh my gosh, that's
And
awesome.
I just doing little things like that in detail from a character's point of view. It just adds to things, and sometimes if you can get that, if you can apply the same thing from DMing to a player's perspective, other people enjoy reading that. I found I didn't think it was all that popular, but I've found that people really enjoy reading that kind of material and actually comparing to see if what I'm writing is factual or if I'm just making it up. And
Is this shit just fucking? Is this real?
Oh, I love that. I love having like not just like a journal entry of we went here and did this, but like I was in the woods and I found this really weird looking flower and I was like, well, maybe it is edible. Like that's such a cool idea.
Oh, oh man, this plum wine. Whew.
And I tell you, if you ever ask our my DMs, and both the DMs I have are really awesome about it too. The groups that we're in, we role play everything. We
Yeah.
go from role playing coffee in the morning to all of a sudden we get tactical as hell, and we just jam like that. So I
Mhm.
found a group that really likes to role play and create the same way I do too.
Sure.
Mhm.
That's cool.
That's really special.
Oh yeah.
It is.
If you're ever curious about like what we do on every other Thursday, the next Thursday, because so every other Thursday we do the podcast, which you're on right now. But
Yep.
every other Thursday, Matt here runs a game with me, uh, Dobby, and Adri from the server, and it's all live streamed. You can watch it here on the same Twitch. Um, and I could say the roleplay group flows really well.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys have a really good back and forth. Um and it's funny because it's like back and forth to shenanigans till Adri's character like slaps you on the side of the head like we had a task. And you guys are like, "Oh, we were doing shenanigans."
Oh,
uh
but money.
yeah.
Yep.
And the really rare occasion when all three of you decide to do the same shenanigan, that's when it also gets quite fun.
Oh, you mean like the bomb?
Yeah. Oh, the bomb, the guard at the end of the city where you're like, we could run away, or we
We all
could keep
turn our
attacking
weapons.
this.
Or-
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, no, they're a fun group to play with. Yeah, you guys should definitely watch. Uh, d- comment on what I won't do because you can challenge me all you want. I'll do it. I'm not scared. Tarasques are ready. I'm just kidding. Or am I?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
um, but yeah, speaking of things that we do, uh, I don't know, Wild, if you're a super big comic guy, but I started a superhero, totally custom game, brand new dice system I came up with, brand new. It's basically Call of Cthulhu, but in reverse. Um, and it's quite fun. I challenged some people in the server today to bring forth some villain ideas, and then I sent them character sheets, and I've gotten a couple back, and they're quite fun.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
I never played Call of Cthulhu, so having it in reverse, well, I honestly, it doesn't mean anything to me.
So their dice system is you're trying to roll under like your projected number. So to like make your skill good, you want a high number. Uh and you roll a D100 with your things and like try to go stay underneath it. Mine's the opposite where on your stat sheet you want the lowest number possible. Cuz you're going to roll a D100, you're going to roll your skill that you're associating your action with. So like I want to jump, but I'm going to use my rocket boosters from my tech gadgets to like jump even higher. And so you roll a D100 plus whatever dice you have for that skill, and you try to beat whatever your base overall ability is. Um, so big numbers, big rolls, but they get to make up whatever that skill is. So it was originally going to be a Pokemon game, and then we scratched it for superheroes. And then one of my players, I was like, you know what? Your drones could just be Pokemon. Like,
Oh
they
god,
don't have to be a flying saucer.
I can
So
feel the lawyers at my door.
Yeah, bring it on, Pokemon. You'll murder us actually. So Pal World. So but yeah, it's he has like these little creatures that come and fight for him. Uh and on his character sheet it's just drone control is all it needs, and it's up to them to tell me what that skill looks like. So they get to have their own creative freedom. They get to be as creative as they want to be, while still rolling pretty well. Hopefully, it's gonna be fun.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
That sounds interesting as hell.
Yeah. Well, Saturday, I'm toying. I haven't asked my players yet if they're okay with going live or being recorded like we usually do, but I post that on my YouTube channel. But who knows? For
Okay.
to see how we fail, I'll ask them if they want to go live in front of everyone. But we'll see.
To see how badly we fail.
Yeah. Yeah, they decided to go Teen Titans esque, so they're all young kids.
Gotcha. Okay, that's kind of cool though.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for more
I
people
never.
from the tavern board to bring me some more heroes and villains to put in the game.
I'll create one. I'll do it.
I'm ready. I'll send you a character sheet.
All right, bet. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
uh,
Careful though. I'm a fucking deviant.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Uh, but yeah, I think it would be fun for like just the community to be like, hey, wait, that was mine. Hey, wait, I made that one. Yeah, he broke the player's arms, and it's like the players against the tavern board now.
Right, right, okay.
Uh, But we'll
You
see.
you say Pokemon, and I gotta tell you, I really, really, really wish they would have made another Monster Rancher game, and
Oh,
Monster Rancher should have been more popular. Damn it!
Monster Rancher, the one back in the day where you used to have to put your like a CD in, right?
Yes, that
Yes.
was so much fun. It was like Easter egg hunt every single time.
I loved that game. That was so much fun. Uh I bought the remastered ones and they're terrible. They're not nearly as fun.
Yeah, I agree. And they just didn't keep up with it. And I really feel like they should have. It was a really awesome franchise,
Hmm.
fun to play. But no, no, they went away and Pokemon survived.
How dare they? How dare they? How
Mhm.
sad were you when your monsters turned into stone when they died?
You know, there was a couple that I got a little emotional about, I will
Mm.
admit. But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
uh after the first oh man, I had this one of the big monkey guys,
Yeah.
one of the big gorillas from I think the first one. The first time he died,
Uh-huh.
or well, the first time he was the first one that died on me, and I was like, "Oh, no, we were doing so well.
We were doing great. This was our eighth tournament. What's happening?
We were taking over the world."
I always hated when you would go through all the food options and they were like, no. And I was like, oh, great. So I'm gonna lose.
Yeah, they just have attitude no matter what.
Yeah, yeah, dude, that was so terrible.
Those what I think they were called Suez,
Yep,
the big one eye cyclops
yep,
things.
yep.
Oh man, every single one I ever tried, they always had major attitude with me. It's like, dude, I've had sweethearts all this time, and now you come along wanting to be another jerk.
Yeah, yeah. And what are you doing bouncing on one leg anyways? That's not good for fighting.
And then you start wondering, okay, so why am I getting this upset or this
Yeah,
involved even with the
yeah,
game? It's a game, Joe.
yeah. My fondest memory is my buddy had it before I had it. And so I'd be like, hey man, so now that we're inside from playing backyard football, what's up with that game where I find CDs? Because he also had like a huge stack of CDs. I don't know. It was good. Uh, Star, do you have any idea what we're talking about?
No.
It was a good game. It was a
It
good
was good.
game.
Adri probably knows. It's just my kind of game are more violent. What's to
Well,
put
this
it?
does go back to like the Super Nintendo, so
Oof.
Yeah, the
Uh,
violence was like a white streak across the screen.
um, no, I was very into Pokemon, don't get me wrong. But when it came to games like that, I don't think I've ever played a game that I was really interested like that, besides like like Barbie's Pony Adventure or something like that.
Dude, my
I
sister
know.
had that game.
Bro, fire game.
Oh,
That's
that's funny.
My sister owned it, but then I 100%ed it.
right.
uh,
Had to.
so
Oh,
while we do have this segment of the show where I have friends who know nothing about TTRPGs at all. Uh and I'm trying to get them into it, so now they're asking questions. Uh but their questions sometimes don't make any sense and we blindly react to them.
okay.
Um so they could be anything. I truly don't know. Last time we had this segment, gosh, what was it? 2 minutes of a guy of him saying the same thing like 4 times in a row.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. These ones look
Okay.
better because they're 15 seconds and 8 seconds, and these are
Okay.
from two different people. But this first one is the guy I work with most. Are you guys ready?
I
Yep.
am. Hold on. Let me take a swig of my plum wine.
Your plum wine, yeah. You better. You might need it.
Oh fuck. All right, let's go.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
If the players aren't happy with a dungeon master's rules or the way he's running the game, can they vote him out? And is there a backup dungeon master to
Is
take
this survive?
place? How does that work? Thank you for your time.
I love
So
his.
that
I
sounds
love
like.
his. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time. It's so sweet of him. But that reminds me of that one show called Survivor,
Yeah.
where you vote the person off, or do you remember guys? Do you guys remember the kids show Total Drama Island?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That's
Survivor.
that's the kind of vibes I got from that question.
Well, that's actually how I got my GM start. Oddly enough, I can't wait to talk to him about it tomorrow. Uh, I was just a little rogue, and he was the GM, and he was kind of being a jerk. He made language super specific. He took common out of the game, and so like if you went up to a gnome and you didn't speak gnomish, he just went, "Oh yeah, you didn't hear what they said," but they pointed at your weapon, and you'd be like, "Was it aggressive?" And he was like, "You don't know. You don't speak their language." Uh, and he made a character. His DMPC was this guy who knew every language ever. So he had to interpret everything through him, and we just got so fed up with him like making these really weird judgment calls and rules, and like we would stumble upon treasure, and he'd be like, "Oh, that's nothing. It's written there. This is just the cup of King blah blah blah. It has no magical properties." And then he would use the cup, and we got so upset. They were just like, "All right, you can leave, Matt. You're gonna figure this out." And so I figured out D&D. So I guess we kind of voted him off the island, I guess.
I've never had that
Yeah.
situation. All the DMs and GMs besides questionable ones, even the questionable ones, I gave a genuine chance. Um, I've done. I've played with a lot of GMs with Boa. Boa and I have gone from GM to GM in the past, trying to find what fits. And me and him have always had conversations. If we would give everyone two chances. But I've never. The biggest thing hasn't been the fact of like, oh, this guy needs to be voted off because we can't vote off a pro GM.
Right.
Um, so it's always been a little tricky. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
That's
I mean, on one hand, it's important to remember that you're supposed to be working together to create a story, and that's kind of important to remember.
it's super
Um,
important. Yeah.
and then on one aspect, the rebellious nature of me is like, well, there's a shortage of DM, so uh, it's up to you, buddy. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
yeah.
But um, I mean, all in all, very similar to you. We had a guy that was our DM, and actually with him, we just decided he needed to take a break from D&D in general. And we did. We said that we decided that with the greatest amount of love. But when you're gaming so much, where it's just work and gaming, and you're in your sleep talking about times two backstab, double damage, and stuff like that, you might need to take a break, and he just was not taking a break. So we made him take a break, and when he had to take a break, I was voted the one to do it. And because I was unsure on rules, I really leaned into the role play and the storyline of it.
hmm
And my storyline had like I really overcompensated, guys. My storyline that first game had like so many layers deep. It was ridiculous, but everybody was really into it and loved it. And then from there, it almost became I almost became the forever DM. I really, really, really got to work and escape my normal groups half the time to get to play.
yeah. Yeah. That'll happen. Um, man, I love
So,
it.
I mean, with that said, really, you can get voted out if you're just
You can. And it's funny because it's not like it's their world. It's not like they got voted out. It's like you just kind of started over.
Yeah, if you're being a dick, you're being a dick. You're right.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And you know what? Honestly, here at the Tavern Board, we're trying to help GMs not be dicks.
Yep.
All right,
Yeah.
that's question number one. Are you guys ready for question number two?
I'm ready for
Yep.
3.
Now, this comes, I wish I had three today. This comes from a different guy, a guy I normally don't work with. I'm just helping him out this week. He's a much younger guy with a much bigger attitude. So we'll see where this came from.
Oh, this is gonna be lovely.
Is there a spell that you can cast that can turn somebody into a homosexual?
And of
Yes.
and of course,
Yes.
of course,
Yes, there is.
of course.
Yes, there is.
I told him, I was like, hey, don't be super offensive, man. We're going to be online. But I mean, essentially, yes. If we had to answer it with the most honest answer,
Kinks and
yes.
cantrips. Look it
Yeah.
up, kids.
Yeah. We have to bring it up, I
Really?
guess, every single time we play, every
Every
time we
single time we
talk.
talk. Every single time we talk, kinks and cantrips.
Wasn't back in second edition there was like the blue mage or something like that, blue magic or something that was all seductive magic and such.
Nope. There's this whole supplement. So I will forward it to you after the end
Jacob
of this.
says, nope. Listen to this. There could have been. Let's say that. There could have been. I'm not sure. Jacob just really wants to talk about this
I
supplement.
fucking love this thing. I'm so
I'm here for it. I gotta hear this. This is great.
so back in the day, I was sitting because I used to be a little bit on the community forums, and a friend of mine hits me up. He's like, "Bro, I got the good shit," and I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about?" And
As
he's
soon as
like,
he says that,
"I know what a strong start." I got worried, so we go into like a private DM, obviously, and he calls me and he's like, "Dude, you won't believe what I found." I was like, "What the fuck you find?" Kinks and cantrips, and I'm like, I'm a pretty weird dude, so I'm like, this is right up my alley. So fucking send that to me. He sends me this massive PDF, and it is thorough. It is a thorough supplement for D&D 5e. It has subclasses for each class. It also comes with its own class that comes with 3 additional subclasses, and it has spells, features, and a whole new system to be applied into your world, which is the pleasure and pain features.
I guess technically there's a magical item that actually does it too. The belt of masculinity, femininity.
Oh wow.
Technically, I mean, if you're straight and it changes you from one to the other, then you're gay now.
Right.
Wylde, if you want the PDF, just let me know.
Absolutely.
Okay, sending it
I
now.
think in the most immoral words ever said on this podcast, "Be gay, do crimes." That was from Slime. So
Yep. I love Slime. Chaotic Slime, be gay, do
Yep.
crime.
So I mean, the add-on to that is, if you're not gay, get this belt. Then be gay, do
Yeah.
crimes.
Crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, we do be saying crazy shit on this fucking podcast.
Yeah, nothing quite that crazy yet. So I'll have to slap that guy across the head. Hopefully that wasn't offensive to anybody. Live questions be live questions.
Yep, up there it is. Be not be gay, be do.
Oh boy.
No, all 170 megabytes getting sent.
Yeah.
Nice.
Unfortunately, it exists on my computer now. Thank you, Star.
Oh yeah, just know there are pictures.
I saw
There
that.
are
I did.
Oh my
I did.
God, really?
That's a
there
private.
are pictures.
Dude, is this going to be like when I first played Baldur's Gate and I realized you had to choose genitalia?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh
no,
my God, really?
no, I'm joking.
I
No, so the first couple, like 100 pages, are very tame. After that, I can't swear upon anything.
Oh my gosh.
No,
Okay,
but
okay.
if you just ignore the photos, the information is genuine, and it's balanced and it's fair too. It's a genuine system that has been run by a pro DM. Shout out Paladin, the Paladin Ben. He great guy, pro GM. And he made a Rocky Horror version of Curse of Strahd using this supplement.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
So Strahd was a man. Now they're a female. It's the best way to put that.
So
Oh.
you're gonna have to make it some sort of stretch goal. And if we reach something absolutely nuts, I'll have to run this game.
I recommend if you ever decide to run this, make sure it's not with a bunch of like horny dudes. Just make sure it's a bunch of people you know are going to be like, haha, dildo, but still be like, I cast 1,000 phalluses. No, anyway, it's a lot of fun. Boa can vouch for this. He also played in that campaign. It's genuinely fun. It's a serious supplement, and I'm hoping that we see somebody run a one shot using it for our Valentine's Day contest coming up.
Yeah. With that, what else do we got here on the docket? What else do we have on the pipeline, Star?
Throw some Five Nights at Freddy's lore.
You're a monster. I can tell you now that we're actually just talking Wild. We've got to get your GM status up, man. We've
Yeah,
come
I've
across
been
the
looking
worst
forward to it.
possible luck, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm having more ideas popping up on games I could run than actual games being run.
Yeah.
That's a crime.
And it's tough. We're trying to like flush out as many as we can, but we want to be sure.
Yeah.
One of our things that we always try to guarantee is that we are honest, and we're just honest about what people should be able to do and what we should move forward doing. Um, uh, and it's a slow process, sadly. We're also trying to hire on more people. It's just very difficult when people are doing it for free, voluntarily, and I think
True.
everyone who does it. But sometimes I get a random person on Facebook who's like, "I'll work for you for like some equity," and I'm like, "No."
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
That was the
it's
craziest moment. Dude was like, if I'm gonna work for free, I need some equity." I'm like, "That's not even
Well,
my admins. My closest confidants have fucking stake in this damn company."
I have to admit I'm a little bit of I call myself a D&D snob, okay? I recognize that there is no wrong way to play D&D.
Yes,
right.
With
but
that being said, I'm snobby and there's a wrong way to play D&D.
oh yeah,
Um and so in all actuality, you know, I really became excited about running uh, a game on here or a couple games on here just because the atmosphere you guys have is absolutely amazing. Everybody's really helpful. Everybody's pretty positive. Everybody shows up to their games. Everybody
oh,
role plays.
you don't even want to know what a big task that was for the longest. Making sure
uh,
people were like not double booking was an actual chore for the
mhm.
longest time. Holy
The
shit! Like sit down with people. I actually had to sit down with people and be like, "Hey, man, you know it's not cool to like double book. You know, it hurts a person's feelings. You know, when they work a lot of time, they put a lot of effort into a game. You know,
mhm.
um, and for you to just be like, oh, I forgot that I'm doing this game over here, and the dude's just like, let's high and dry. It's just, you know, in my personally, I would be like crying. Like, I would have been crying. So yeah, we me and my team put in a lot of effort. Matt puts in way too much effort, so does Kier. Um, I love them to
it
death.
it's fun. I need to reach out to more people. I say that all the time. You know, I just got to reach out to somebody today, and we had like a more of like a heart to heart on things that need to be fixed. And now, you know, it's kind of like driven me again to want to work on different aspects of the tavern board itself. So I you know, at least from what I can do, expect more, expect better. That's my goal all the time.
Whoa, whoa.
Absolutely.
And if you're talking about that one thing, Matt, I'm gonna slap you.
You
I'm
can
gonna
try.
slap you
I'm the best there ever was.
because you don't.
Uh,
You work. I feel like you put too much effort into this place, and I love you so much for it.
well, I just want people to have a good time. That's my
Work.
goal.
I
Um,
appreciate it.
but yeah,
It
while
is important to get your rest so you don't burn out. So keep that in
yeah,
mind too.
yeah.
You so, Wild, I was accused once of overworking my staff.
Okay.
I was told that I'm a piece of shit because I overwork them, and I was like, and then I looked at Matt. I was like, "Do I overwork you?"
uh,
Do
I
I
over
over
I
you?
overwork myself. Um, I've uh, I've always been a competitor. I've won a national championship as a little munchkin in football. Uh, I just I like to, I don't know.
I
When someone
won't
says
be.
do 10 push-ups, I want to do 20. I don't know. When someone says write a silly game, I'll be like, all right, I wrote a silly game with a twist. It's even sillier than you thought. Uh, I don't know. Just I'm dumb like that.
I'm just
I
Okay,
excited
so
for. Oh, go ahead.
so can I give you guys uh a tidbit that I haven't told anybody on the server yet?
Oh, we're ready.
About
Are you actually my dad?
I might be actually. I do
Oh,
have
wow.
8 children.
Wow.
Um that's really funny. Just because of what I'm about to tell you. So I used to be a professional wrestler for a while.
That's
And
awesome.
how that applies is when you're a professional, the character work and the storylines you work
Mm-hmm.
on
Mm-hmm.
is a lot. I mean, if you're not getting to game in an actual game as often as you'd like, um, being a wrestler and being able to physically do the art form and still, it's almost like live action RP, really.
Right.
You
Right.
get to flip on a character and go do it. And what's funny is you said that, and one of the announcers uh, that used to call my matches, his biggest joke on all of the DVDs, where you can hear him saying, "You could call 1-800 Joe Show might be my daddy." He'd always bust on the fact I had a bunch of kids, and yeah, I had what do you say, 12 kids in 10 different states or something like
Mhm.
that.
Well,
And so you saying that's actually funny.
yeah, it's even crazier because we have Harold right here with us. No, just kidding.
That's crazy. We also
uh,
have Harold Trey. Start naming them off.
oh, that's awesome! Wow, a wrestler. That's really cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, a lot because okay, so the obvious adrenaline rush and all of that.
Right, right.
Um,
Hmm.
you're
I
it
can understand that.
you've got the rock star thing going on. It's a lot like being a musician and all of that.
Yeah,
But one of the things that I really got into, maybe more than most, a lot of guys, they work on getting themselves over and how they look. And I always enjoyed when somebody had a really good character that you just wanted to create that storyline for that would be just super cool.
right. You
Mhm.
you wanted to be their punchline or their like takeoff point or like their fun side plot.
Imagine if Undertaker would have been, well, actually, come to think of it, it probably was done back in the 90s, but
Right,
if The
right.
Undertaker would have had his own comic book, like what
Yeah.
that would have been like, what that would have, you know, how do you keep it interesting and everything
Mm-hmm.
for the readers and still, so yeah, I always really enjoyed that aspect of it.
Um, I was never allowed to watch wrestling growing up. My dad's a pastor. Everyone in my family's a pastor besides me. I'm the deviant. Um, but so I would try to watch as much as I could while they were downstairs and I was supposed to be asleep. Uh, and I had to like when I heard them closing up doors downstairs, I would had to like sneak back over, change the channel, turn it off. Um, but to my surprise, one day, I come downstairs and Ted DiBiase, I shit you not, is in my front door, like waving like, "Hey, you gonna let me in?" uh, I don't know if anyone knows who Ted DiBiase is. That was a long time ago. Uh, but he was a wrestler known as the $1 Million Man who turned pastor. And so he came to speak at my dad's church. Now I had to like sit there and be like, I don't even know who that is. I don't know who Ted DiBiase is. So that's my one connection with WWE is I had to act shocked when he was like, he's a wrestler. And I was like, oh, no way, Dad. Oh,
No, I never got into wrestling. My big thing, like growing up when I was younger, first off, didn't really have TV. My first bit of cable was at the ripe age of 14. Um, and we still have the 5 channels, like the good old bunny ears. Um, and I was just reading books. Like everything I read was like medieval fantasy shit. Um, anything I learned about pro wrestling was from books. So I learned about the Undertaker, Triple H, John Cena, not by watching them, but by reading about them.
mm-hmm.
Um, oh, did we just lost
we,
Wild.
we talked about wrestling and he's like, I'm out. I'm never going back.
Did we? Did we just lose him?
Yeah, no, we dropped him. I don't know where he went. Maybe he had something to do. There
Oh,
he's back.
he's back. I was like,
Oh,
oh fuck, did we offend him?
no, not at all. I don't know what happened. I just lost all sound and took me a minute. At first, I thought I lost you, but
No, no, I started getting weird. I was like, damn, I didn't know my reading books was a problem.
That's what it
Yeah, it
was.
is. Damn it!
That's what it is. You quit reading those
Oh,
books.
I love
You
reading.
quit. You quit being literate right this moment.
I don't know if you guys ever heard of star reading. But it was this early like young like when like elementary school reading program that when like from kindergarten to 6th grade you can read a book and then take a test on it and you can like update your how many words you read. And when I finished the 6th grade, I was number 1 at my school and I was up to 60 million words.
That's why they named the program after you, huh?
That's funny. That's funny. Nah, it was a really good program. I won a pizza party like every month
That's
for my
awesome.
class.
Nice.
That's awesome.
And I was very much hated. And I was very much hated at my school. Not many people liked me. I was
All
one of
I
those
can
weird
say
kids.
is my wife would absolutely love you. She's a bibliophile. She doesn't read books. She devours books.
Mhm. I used to
And
genuinely get in trouble because I'd be sitting at my desk, head first, like slammed into the fucking desk, while a book is in my lap, just reading, and just straight up reading in class, and then I would like ace that test because elementary school was a joke. So elementary, like I knew my multiplications by the 2nd grade or like through the 1st grade, and then I I quickly picked up everything like just so quickly. I didn't like if they're talking about it, I figured it out already.
I didn't. I I was too busy. I had teachers who had cool like cat brains in jars and skeletons of alligators, and I was like, I'm supposed to read this book? No, wait, I'm gonna go look at that cat brain.
Nope, my teachers were very so I went to because I grew up in California. My teachers were very weird. I went to a dual school, so the school like you had to either know Spanish or you knew like you were an idiot for not knowing. And guess what? I'm an idiot according to their standards because I didn't know Spanish. So I know enough to survive. Like we were talking
Yeah.
to a guy the other day because we're trying to move, and this landlord's just like he speaks no English, and I'm like, mi español muy poquito, mi amigo, you know.
Right,
And
right.
he
Just be like, help
up,
me, please.
and he's like, oh, okay. Yeah, you
Oh,
güero.
oh man, I love it. Yeah, I taught in Arizona. I know how that goes. Um, but hey, we're kind of winding up, hitting the end of this. While obviously we need to get you your GM status here, which you and I we just got to find a time to hook up. We've been so close.
Hook up. Hook
Y-
up, huh?
yeah, man, a little bit of that plum wine. That'll
There we
get
go.
us. That'll get us there.
Yeah, I'm getting there right now. Honestly, I'm getting
But
there right now.
but for those of you looking for GMs, maybe are you a long-term campaign guy? Are you like a short series of campaigns? What kind of are
I'd
you? Just
like
so
to.
people can know.
I'd like to do it usually in blocks like 1 through 4, 4 through 8, 8 through 12, 12 through 16 type of thing.
Okay,
Uh, that way, if somebody decides that, I really want to play a different character, okay, well, if we can get to this part and such, then we can make that happen. And it helps people for stories and stuff and
sure,
keeps it interesting.
awesome.
I, I know so many people in the server who are like fucking crack at us, being like, "Yo, is there a long term campaign? Where's the long
Yeah,
term campaign?"
they're looking for it. So yeah, we've got to get our chat going, so that we can get you your like official spot here. But is there anything that you feel like you would like to say to the tavern board kind of before we end things here for the night?
Yeah, just uh, for new people, welcome. You're gonna love it. For people who've been here, thanks for making it great for me. And I look forward to being a bigger part of what's going on here and what you guys are doing.
We'd love to hear it. Well, thank you so much. Uh
Thank
You gotta
you.
drink some
Star
plum wine.
Star, filled with plum wine, prepared to say the most eloquent send off of all time. What do you got for us?
All right, let me take a swig of plum wine. Give me a second.
There it is. That's what it is. No, just kidding.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching. It's always a pleasure to spend my Thursday. Honestly, these are always my favorite days, Thursdays. Spending my time with Matt and whoever we have on board with us, talking about shenanigans and whatnot. Um, I love getting to know my community. It's always been a plus about running a company as well as a community. I'm hoping that next week you guys tune in for our game as well. It's a lot of fun. We have a really good role play team as well as a great GM who runs the game. Stay tuned for the other week so you can come back and check out another podcast. We are always here every other Thursday, rain or shine. But
Yeah, we're
yeah,
indoors. That doesn't bother us.
exactly. But thanks for tuning in. Y'all have a great night and just keep the tavern board alive.
All right. Thanks, guys. Deuces, mooses.